Hey everyone, and welcome to the video about foraging yarrow on the coast of Washington. Yarrow is a useful medicinal plant gathered for centuries to cure a number of ailments. Its Latin name is Achillea millefolium, named after Achilles because of its ability to assist in healing wounds and staunching blood flow. In fact, it's been used from ancient times to the Civil War to treat wounds on the battlefield, at one point even being called knight's milfoil and bloodwort. When crushed and inserted into the nose, it can actually stop nosebleeds. This is a sweet pea, you can see from its little pea-like appendages. This is an invasive species of blackberry. You can tell because it's so large and it has thorns on its branches. One of the native berries, Thimble Berry, doesn't have any thorns at all, while salmonberry has much smaller thorns. You might recognize this little weed. It's called pineapple weed. It's actually wild chamomile. You can use it to make a tea, or you can dry the flowers. It's usually in really heavily trafficked areas, so make sure that you gather it someplace outside of where people are. When you squish the little flowers, you'll actually smell pineapple on your hands. That way you'll know it's pineapple weed. This little guy right here is known as sticky bob, or cleaver, bedstraw, goosegrass, catchweed, sticky weed, sticky bud, sticky back, robin run the hedge, sticky willy, sticky willow, sticky jack, sticklejack, gripgrass, sticky grass, bobby buttons, and a velcro plant. It's edible and has a variety of uses. Geese love to eat it, hence its normal name, goosegrass. Yay, we found some! Yarrow, garwa, and woundwort are the same plant and often mentioned in the works of medieval seer and herbalist Hildegard von Bingen. Hildegard suggested using yarrow cooked with fennel as an aid for insomnia when squeezed out and wrapped around the head. She added fresh dill to it in her nosebleed recipe, advising that the herbs be put around the forehead, temples, and chest. Drunk, it could help heal internal injuries and bring down fever. Yarrow was also added to mixtures that helped women with their menses. In addition to the usual use for treating wounds, Pliny the Elder, a Roman naturalist, says the plant could also help with bladder issues, asthma, and toothache. It was part of an herbal mixture known as gruit, used in the flavoring of beer before hops as well. Yarrow is fairly easy to identify. It has feather-like leaves as well as a branching head of flowers that look like they almost have a tiny flower on the inside. Yarrow also has a few lookalikes though, so you do need to be careful. One of them is poison hemlock. It's much taller than yarrow and also has an acrid smell. Yarrow will only grow 1 to 2 feet, but if you see anything taller than that with thinner stems and it smells a bit more acrid, that is most likely a poisonous plant. Use common sense when you're out foraging. If you're not 100% sure of what it is, don't eat it or make anything with it. And always have a good field guide and use your senses. Now these are thimble berries. These are native to the Pacific Northwest and they have no thorns. You can also tell that the berries are larger and wider than the blackberries or the salmon berries. Here's just some pretty nature footage that I took. I hope you guys enjoy it. And a babu ducks! It's babu ducks again. Hi babu ducks. Look how cute you are. Oh my gosh. Now that I've collected enough yarrow, it's time to head home and hang them to dry. As far as magic and witchcraft go, yarrow can be used in sachets for love, courage, communication, and psychic abilities. Really anything you feel it can be drawn to. One of its old names from the 16th century is Bad Man's Plaything, and it was said that while reciting a charm, it could conjure up dreams of one's future love if sewn into a sachet and placed under your pillow. The charm from the 16th century is as follows: "Thou pretty herb of Venus tree, thy true name it is Yarrow. Now who my bosom friend must be, pray tell thou me tomorrow." You can use any string here. Usually what I do is just cut a length of it and tie it around the base of the plant, and then wrap it around a few times, tie it again, and make a little loop at the top. Then I'll hang it on my longer string and let it dry in a warm, dry place in the house. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you really enjoyed this video about foraging for yarrow off the coast of Washington. If you want to read more about herbs and/or witchcraft, please go to wecrowinghens.com and you can check out the blog there for some more information on yarrow, other herbs, and interesting things. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves and drinking water and making sure to have a good day.